What's going on, everybody? Jeremy Myrtle here. We are back with part 4 of our OBS tutorial series. So for the past three videos, I've shown you guys how to go through the user interface, how to add sources, and configure your stream settings. So today we're taking things a little bit more to the next level. Things are starting to get interesting here. So today I'm going to show you how to configure your chat and alerts. So chat and alerts are very critical as to how your stream works. Now there are several different services out there as far as alerts and chat are concerned. I'm going to show you how to do both of these in this video, and then our next video will cover probably another topic. I think I'm not real sure what my next one is. I'll have to look it up. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you want to do, obviously you want to have OBS up and ready so we can figure out what we're going to work with. Now, as far as your alerts are concerned, we're going to be looking at two different services. We're going to look at Streamlabs and Muxy. Now, my personal recommendation is to use Muxy because I've actually used Streamlabs in the past, and I've had quite a few bugs in the program to where it just wouldn't work anymore. So, and believe it or not, these services actually give you the alerts and the chat together. At least Streamlabs does. Muxy won't, I don't think. So you'll have to find another service. So what we're going to do first, we're going to use Muxy for this tutorial. I'm going to show you how to do both. We're going to start with Muxy first. So you're going to go to muxy.io, this link up here. I'll have a link in the description. I'll have this link down below. So you're going to click Launch Muxy right here. And wait for just a minute. Okay, and you may have to authorize your Twitch or YouTube account to make this work. So this is what we're going to be looking at. So the first thing that we absolutely need to have on your computer to make this program work is a program called Muxy Ticker. It's a lot, if you use Streamlabs, it's a lot like Streamlabs or Streamlabs or something like that. So you want to download Muxy Ticker for Windows, and you want to install that program. If I'm not mistaken, I think I have it in here already. Yeah, right there it is. So I've already got them. I already have Muxy Ticker on my computer right now. So I will go ahead and open it up. Right here it is. Now, usually what will happen is once you get this program, you'll have to keep it open as far as your or while you stream. You want to keep this open during your stream, otherwise you won't get alerts or anything at all. So you're going to click on Login once you first get it. And I've already authenticated my account through Twitch, so it should come up automatically here in a second. Okay? And now it says it has updated the files, and through this little green icon right here, it's ready to go. So everything is pretty much ready at this point. So now we're going to show you, before we move on, we're going to look at how you can configure an update, or configure your alerts. So you want to go up to alerts right here. And this is the URL that you need to paste in order to have an alert package. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a new alert package here. I'm going to say don't save. And now we have our alerts that we can configure. So this is going to be follow alert. And we have two options. We can do a simple or an advanced. I'm going to do simple because reasons, tutorial stuff. So we're just going to call it again follow alert right there. Now the title here we can change to whatever. So I'm going to keep the name placeholder, but I'm going to put welcome to the game room community name. Okay, and now you'll see we have three different layouts here. We have a logo with text over it, a logo with text under it, and a logo with text beside it. I like the main layout already, so we're going to keep that. We have our display time, which I'm going to push up to about, well, 5 seconds is fine. And then we have, of course, the default display conditions. So once you click Open Preview Window, this is what it looks like right here. So you'll see that this is your alert once it appears. And I can even expand it like this and make it bigger. This is up here is your resolution, so that'll change. So we're gonna close that, and then when you're done, just click Save Changes, and it says your changes have been saved. So now if you go up to Alerts again, you'll see this right here. You'll see Follow Alert, and then this URL here. I'm actually going to delete this because I already have one right here. Now this is my own personal. This is my own setup, basically. So this is the follower alert that I've already created. So we're good to use that. So next we're going to go down to let's see. Really, it's just a matter of playing around with the dashboard and alerts and all that stuff. If you did use Muxy. This is also real key if you use anything like, if you use donations, you can set up a tip alert, you can set up hosting and subscriptions. And it's pretty much you just go through here, and just configure it how you usually would. So that's pretty much tipping right there. Then you go to host, you do the same thing. So just let's see, Twitch host. I don't care about the amount of viewers. I'm just going to say that, and then save changes there, and then we're done. So I don't worry about subscriptions because I'm not a Prime user, so I'm not going to worry about the subscription part. So this is ready. Excuse me. This is ready to go. Now to put this in OBS is the real kicker. Right here is the little button you can click, and it'll say that this URL here has been copied. Now this is what I mentioned when I told you that it is really important to have the browser plugin, because now we're getting ready to add it. So if we go right here and click our add button, you'll see that we have a browser source right here. We're going to click it, and we're going to put in follower. Oh, no space. So we're going to put in follower alert, and here we go. So usually the first thing you'll see is the OBS browser or the OBS window. Well, that's not what we're looking for. We need the URL here. So now we have our URL, and now right there is the OBS portion. So once we click off, it should open automatically. Now, depending on what your window size is, right here is 620 by 450. So we're going to go back in OBS and we're going to use those properties. So the width is 620 and the height is 450. Now it won't change unless you press OK. So we're going to go ahead and click OK because we're done here. And note, it has now changed. And right there it is. So right there is the alert that we have. Okay? And notice it'll probably keep repeating. So we're going to mute that. So that's pretty much how it tests itself. So once that's ready, we're going to go ahead actually and move this all the way to the bottom, just above game capture. because I want my sensors above everything else. So now what I can do is, if I wanted to, I could go in here and I think I can change the fonts if I want to. If any of you guys are code editors, you can use the coding in here. Now, that's pretty much it with Muxy. So you can go in here and change your tip settings, connections, and just kind of explore around with this. So I mainly use Muxy for my alerts. I don't use Streamlabs at all. However, I do use Streamlabs for chat, so we're going to go ahead and look at Streamlabs and configure that as well. So Muxy we are officially done with, so we're going to save the changes and close that. Go ahead and launch Streamlabs, and we're going to say connect with Twitch. Give it just a few minutes. And right here is our Streamlabs page. So to find your alerts, you go to alert box right here, and this is where you configure all the alerts that you just had. Now I'm not really concerned with using Streamlabs for alerts, but you guys can if you want to. So basically all you do is go through the same thing that you did before. Basically all you do is go through here and see, like, you know, just edit out all of your alerts and stuff. Just kind of play around with it over here. I'm not going to spend too much time into it. You can change the name here. The text can wiggle around if you want. Right here is the level complete sound, which I use for my alerts. I can change the sound, how long the alert stays on. Here are my font settings. So if I wanted to, I could click here to show this widget, and I could copy this URL. And all I'd have to do is go back in OBS, go back down here, go into Properties, replace it, press OK, and then it's in there. So to test it, you click Test Follow, and right there it is. Now there's no sound coming through. Of course, there's no sound coming through here from what I can hear, because of my speakers are muted. So I'm sorry if you guys heard like a speaker matrix earlier. So we're going to save the settings here, and then we're going to go. Now comes the fun part where we have to get our chat in, so we're going to click Chat Box next. Now this is going to be a little interesting, because this is where you can add in all of your chats and stuff. So you can click here and you can choose between which different style of chat that you want. And after that, you have moderator badges, subscriber badges, turbo badges. You pretty much have all this stuff that you can have checked. So I'm going to keep it all checked. We have a background color of black, which is perfectly fine. And then the text color that we have is I think it's white, pretty much. Font size, I'm not going to hide any messages. I do want to hide bots. And yes, I also want to hide commands because I don't want anything going on here. And we're going to save these settings. So all that's left to do is to click and copy this URL over. Minimize this. We're going to go into OBS. And after that, we're going to click again, browser source. This is, we're just going to call it chat. Click OK. And then all we do here is just copy it in. Now, I'm not entirely sure what the resolution is. I think I have to play around with it. Let's see. I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't tell you. So at this point, you just pretty much click OK, and then your chat should pretty much start working immediately once things get rolling. So, and I usually put chat down here at the bottom. Now for chat, I also play around with the resolution a little bit. I don't worry about keeping it this big. If anything, I'll bring it down to a smaller size like this, but I don't really worry about having it this big of a square. So you guys can just play around with the resolutions here, and then pretty much just set it to your liking. So there's chat, and the last thing that I want to show you guys how to do real quick, this is a little bit of a bonus thing. You guys are done with chat box and Streamlabs and stuff. So you guys are done. You guys are done with that. So the next thing that we're going to look at is how to add followers. Now, the thing is, notice here in Muxy Ticker that we have several different, we got a couple followers just a second ago. So what we're going to look at is how to add these follower names in OBS, because you actually can do that. So I'm going to go to the plus and I'm going to click text. And we're going to call it latest follow and click OK. Now we're actually we don't want to type anything. Instead we're going to say read from file and go to browse. And now comes the little bit of a tricky part. We actually need to look for the Muxy text files, but I don't quite think are on here. Where are they hidden? Okay, they're in my Drive D. Okay, cool. So they're in Twitch. Where are they hidden? Overlay. Oh, duh. Okay, so mine's actually in my overlay folder here. Stream resources, please wait, and text files. So this is where all of our text files are going to be. So I'm looking for most recent follower and clicking open. Now you'll notice that the text here has changed. So every time I get a new follower, this here will change. So we're going to click OK. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring it down, say right about here. And that's pretty much going to do it for this video. Now, next video, I might cover how to add an overlay in or show you how to make one for yourself. I'm not entirely sure what that's going to be like yet. So, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you then.